Apologies for that. The old the boss came in, but so just pulled the magnetron out and having a look at it. First things are obviously quite obvious. Different colors in the labels, and there's talk that like if it's not a blue label, it's not a Panasonic one. Or look, I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of that. But at the end of the day, made in China. The code seems to line up, and this one's got a what you call a QR code, which just in my mind leads me to think that it's just a newer model based on the fact that this Neff oven is at least 8 years old. Okay, now clearly we've had a slight setback in the sense that I was expecting to have less than 1 ohm across the terminals, and then from there an open line to the casing. So testing the old one. Oh, this is where it gets difficult. Okay, I'll try to do it with one hand. And there we go. I should be able to get. You guys are probably seeing better information than I am. Okay, there we go. And I'm getting 330 ohms initial. Well, that can't be right. Let's try that. Oh, that's actually proving my point now. Maybe it's because on the sides. Seems a bit. Well, makes me feel better if it's that high, clearly. But I don't know what the other ones. Okay, so 231 ohms. I'm hoping I get a better reading than that. And then looking at this one, I've got well, 15.7. Let's put it this way: it's 200 in the right direction. I'd argue that probably I've had this thing for a while. I probably need new probes. So that's about the only apology I'm going to make. But if you take a look here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck this in the casing and then touch that through. There should be nothing going through there, and I'm getting 11.76 kilo ohms. 11.76 kilo ohms, so pretty consistent. Do the same with what is now the new one, and nothing, open line. So even though this part is well, clearly that one is higher than that one, that you could argue that this one would be worse, but the fact is that the open line versus some form of resistance indicates that there's continuity through here, which means there's a short. Now, this is the brand new one. Having a look at it, looks like it's just come out of the box, and I would just assume it works because it's just been sent to me brand new. However, don't ever assume that. Test everything, because I've had stuff sent to me that doesn't work in the past, that is straight from the shops. This one, on the other hand, just came out, and if you take a look around there, the antenna, it's had something going on there. Now, I have heard that the way they wash these things, sometimes it can, when you wash the inside of the microwave, things can gather in where it gets sent through. That can cause that. Whatever it may be, I've had a little bit of a vacuum out in that hole there, and I've tried to sort of suck out whatever may have been in there debris wise, whether it be like a little fly or something, who knows. At the end of the day, I've got what I could based on the area I had to work with. They do say if this is all looking a bit rough, don't use steel wool to clean it up. You would use, because you will end up putting iron filings in there, which in the end, if you've seen what it's like when you leave your spoon in the microwave, it starts sparking away. So obviously use sandpaper to clean that up, just to take any burrs off. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to take that and fit it to there. When changing the magnetron across, don't forget the thermos switch. That'll go and fit into here. They give you different mounting points depending on how it is, but for your unit. But I'm sure, if the numbers all match up, then you should be in the right thing. Looks like it fits in the right place, so I guess I'm in the right neck of the woods. Right, so I've got a thermal fuse there. Powers to it, coming back through. I haven't really touched it. Well, I had this whole thing out initially, but put it back in yesterday or the day before. Then you've got fans all cooked in, got fuses in both locations. Those are the only things I've touched there. Coming around here, we've got your 3 switches are all secure, and I haven't really touched anything up here. And then looking inside, that is the stuff that comes standard with it. I believe it is microwavable. We're going to find out. And then basically the plan is, what is that? Warning something tray. I don't know. Yeah. So we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna aim to heat some water. So I'll get a cup and we'll go from there. I'll walk around. I suddenly realized. So this is the bowl that was originally in it. If I can get it to take. Let's try that. Okay, that's a bit better. And the filament in it, you would have thought it blown by the way it's discolored around there, but actually has got, in fact you can see it moving there, it looks very like it's about to go. So I bought another Osram replacement bulb, and it certainly is better, and the filament is intact. So that'll go back in and that will have the light squared away. Okay, so got our cup of water. Appreciate none of the covers are all around it. Oh, there we go. Light works nicely now. That came on good. I'll get the covers for that. Place that inside there. I'll point out that actually this hasn't worked for a while. So the one thing I've noticed with these things is unless you set the time, it does not like to run. So I'll set it accurately anyway. So that's good, because otherwise you can't turn this side on. These things took a while of learning, but that's got to come out for that to come on. Then you can do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go crazy. Let's just press 90 for 1 minute and press start. No, did not work. Tripped it. Bugger.